Dublintellectual has organised this evening's discussion on the topic of innovation and the future of humanities in Ireland, something we feel is an important subject at the present time.
Just the simple fact that text messaging was not considered a viable technology until it was released on the market, and in a matter of months changed the way in which youths communicate. Is one example, but many, many more examples, of course, could be named to show that digital technologies are shaping and are changing the way in which we collaborate and the way in which we think. And we can only understand those new ways by understanding how the human motivation works, how we work, how we think. And that's where the humanities have a key role to play.
One of the reasons why the widespread application of nanotechnology has been stopped in its tracks is because people are scared of the safety aspects. Partially that's because of a lack of a common language that everyone can understand. It's a classic failure of the scientist. But it's also different ethical frameworks between different parts of society. And in this way, humanities can be said to be playing a role in moderating scientific progress by insisting on a dialogue about concerning social implications. And we've seen that in terms of GM foods, stem cell research and so on. And that's not a criticism about moderating progress, but rather showing an important role in acting as a lightning conductor for societal impact. So this is not just an arid intellectual exercise, it's about trying to bring clarity to purpose and to set a strategy for the humanities in some sort of local context. So innovation is not solely about the economy, it's about the way in which things get done. It's about using creativity to bring something new to whatever you're doing. It's certainly about the individual and the contribution they can make, but it's more about teams of people and the synergy which teamwork can create. Crossing disciplines needs to become a natural way of working, not a special and occasional activity. There was one startup which was about identifying Rohypnol, which was these date rape drugs, and if you go to the loo and come back and feel that somebody's tampered with your drink, all you need to do is to dab your finger in it and dab it on the beer mat, and the beer mat is treated with an indicator which goes a certain colour to identify Rohypnol. So it is possible to actually bring the sciences, the humanities and social sciences together around a theme, and that's how I would hope that the research prioritisation activity happens.
Within the international context, there was a great deal of dialogue going on at the moment about the humanities and innovation, most of which is intellectually incredibly depressing, as well as very narrow in its scope. Most of it is preoccupied with ideas of proving, if you like, the economic benefits of the humanities, or indeed disproving the economic benefits of the humanities. Most of it is caught within a kind of linear economic model which sees innovation and economic growth as something which is predictable. And one of the great lessons of the humanities is that any kind of interesting research is actually quite unpredictable. Now, this is a problem because the evidence-based approach that Martin Lice has just been talking about, while we would all wish that it would inform public policy, one of the great functions of the humanities historically has been to question not just public policy, but the basis on which evidence is gathered and the basis on which we understand cause and effect to operate. In other words, to ask the big searching questions. In other words, to open up, to keep alive within this innovation agenda, the traditional means of innovation, which are not necessarily linear, predictable, or indeed economic, but are actually about human creativity.